Okay, this is mini assessment 2. I've already done a few videos on mini assessment 1. In fact, they're from last year, I think, or a few years ago, but it's the same assignment. Dennis, look at number 2 there. Dennis read 30% of his book on Tuesday and 1/5 of his book on Wednesday. If he started the book on Tuesday, what fractional part of the book did he have left to read after Wednesday? Okay, well, first of all, this is a percent and this is a fraction, and so either you make them both percents or you make them both fractions. And so if you know this is a percent, well, can you make it a decimal? Well, 30% in decimal, that means you would go back, and so let me put it here, 30%. Remember the FDP, fraction decimal percent. If you want a percent to a decimal, all you got to do one decimal 2 times, 1, 2, and so you get 0.30. And so this is 0.30, okay? If you want the fraction of this, well, 30, which is 30 over 100, of course, but if you eliminate the zeros, okay, you eliminate these zeros, it's just 3 over 10. And then 1/5, yeah, 1/5 as a decimal, as a fraction, well, you should know that that's 0.20, which is, if you go 2 times this way, you'll get the percent of that, which is 20%. So how much has she read so far? Well, she read this on Tuesday and this on Wednesday. So how much has she read so far? Well, she's already read 50% of the book. If she's already read 50% of the book, well, what fractional part of the book does he have left to read after Wednesday? He's already read this. How much does he have left to read? Look at your answers. Think about it. I'll go number 3. I like this format. Okay. Trent rode his bicycle 17.5 miles on Monday. On Tuesday, he rode 21.8 miles. How much farther did he ride on Tuesday than Monday? All it is a subtraction problem because it has how much farther, and it has the word then. So we're comparing, and so all you're going to do is subtract, okay? Tuesday minus Monday. Tuesday minus Monday, and you get your answer. That easy. Tuesday minus Monday, and you get your answer. Okay, number 4 there. A total of 20 mothers make cakes for a bake sale. 20 mothers. Each mother, says there, each mother made 3 cakes. Remember, there was 20 mothers. Okay, 20 mothers. Each one made 3 cakes. The bake sale director found 40% of the cakes were chocolate. So of the cakes, 40% of the cakes were chocolate. The question is, how many cakes made for the bake sale were not chocolate? Que no. How many are not chocolate? So how many are not chocolate? Well, first of all, you gotta find out how many cakes were there. Well, each mother made 3 cakes, and there was 20 mothers. Well, 20 times 3 gives me 60 cakes. So there were 60 cakes. Okay? And so all you have to do is here, 40% of means multiply. So it's 40% times how many cakes? Well, we figured out right here. There were 60 cakes. So 40% times 60 cakes, but you got to convert that percent to a decimal, so 1, 2, and so you multiply 60 times 0.40, Okay, this will tell you how many cakes were chocolate. So remember that. You multiply this, it tells you how many were chocolate. It wants to know how many were not chocolate. Okay, so remember that. 40% of the cakes were chocolate. You multiply these two, you get how many were chocolate, but you want to know how many were not chocolate. So figure that one out. Okay, number 5 there. Ricky bought a 35-pound bag of dog food on Monday. His dog eats an average of 3.5 pounds per day. How many pounds will remain in the bag after 8 days? Okay, so remain means subtract. Okay, and so 1 day, let's see there, average of 8 days. So 1 day, 3.5. Okay, so that means if he does for 2 days, it'll be another 3.5, or 3.5 times 2. Okay, and if he does 3 days, 3.5 times 3 days. Okay, 4 days, 3.5 times 4. Okay, and so the more days you add, the more you're going to multiply times 3.5, because it does 3.5 a day. So you want 8 days, which is what it says here, 8 days. So it's 3.5 times 8. Okay, this will tell you how much dog food his dog ate. So how much does he eat? Well, do this and it'll give you the answer. And then it says how many pounds will remain in the bag after 8 days. In other words, what's left? Okay, what is left? Well, he's going to eat this much dog food. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 3 is 24, 28. One number to the right of decimal. So he's eaten 28 pounds. Okay, this is what he ate. He ate 28 pounds. Well, he bought a 35-pound bag. How much pounds are left inside the bag? Okay. Number 6. Darius wrote 2 integers on the chalkboard. The integers she wrote were 256 and negative 17. How much larger is 256 and negative 17? Okay, and so you have how much, the keyword how much, larger than. Automatically that means subtract. So all you do is subtract. And so you put 256 minus negative 17. Okay? Because it's subtraction and it's a negative, and you use KCC and you'll get your answer. Number 7. Okay. Let's see here. On Saturday, Kelly received a $25 allowance. By Tuesday, she has spent $11.35. And on Wednesday, she spent $4.25. How much of Kelly's allowance was left after Wednesday? We're left again. This means subtract. Okay, so she has $25. Okay, she spent money. She spent $11.13. Oh, sorry, $11.35. So put there, she spent $11.35. Okay, subtract it. And then she spent that on Wednesday, and then what did she do? And then she spent $4.25. Oh, on Tuesday she spent $11.35, and then on Wednesday she spent $4.25. So she also spent $4.25 more than apart from the $11.35. So just think, how much of Kelly was left? Well, how much money did she have left? She had this, and she spent $4.25. And she spent $11.35. So just think about what to do there. Much money she has. She spent this on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday she spent this. So how much money is left? You got to subtract. This is not the final answer, okay? But that'll start you on it. That'll get you closer. Okay, number 8. This format. Okay. Mr. Darcy earns $15 per hour working at the docks. He received a 75-cent an hour raise on Monday. What percent is 0.75 of 115? Okay, so we have this equation that we have. We have the percent proportion. So we have a percent. And I spelled it wrong. Percent proportion. Okay, and you have it there, percent proportion. Okay. Okay, percent proportion. And so you have is over of equals percent over 100. Okay, you can use that to solve the problem. Okay, so what is, it says what percent? So you're looking for the percent. So obviously you're going to have the percent over the 100 here. The 100 stays there, but it says what percent. So you don't know the percent, so you can put an X there. Okay, you do know the is. It says there is 0.75, so I'll put here 0.75, and you know the of 15, so we put 15 here. And then to solve it, you would, it's a proportion, so you would cross multiply and divide. And so you'll get 15x equals 75. And so to find this, all you would do is divide both sides by 15, by 15, and you get this, x equals, well, how many 15s in 75? And you can tell right away, 15 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2, 7, 75. And so 15 goes in 75 5 times. Well, because you were looking for the what percent, this is a percent right here. So that's what percent, and it was 5%. That's why it says there what percent. Well, you found it by doing that cross multiplication. Okay, let's look at the next one there. We have number 9. Willie checked out a library book with 370 pages. He read 38 pages on Monday and 112 pages on Tuesday. It says how many more of that? How many more does he need to finish? Does he need to read to finish the book? So total pages 370. Okay, how much has he read? He read 38. So 38. He's also read 112. So he's read those pages. And I said, did he read anything else? No. So he checked out a book. That's how many pages it has. He read 38 and on Monday, and then he read 112 on Tuesday. So he read a total of, was that 150 pages? Well, the book is 370 pages long. How many more pages does he need to complete the book? And then the last one there, Malcolm spent $9.50 on pens, $24 on paper, $11.40 on other supplies for school. He gave the clerk $60. How much change should he receive? Well, this is a very simple, straightforward answer question. Spent, spent, spent. So all you do is line up your decimals. Okay, 24 does not, it's a whole number, does not go here, it goes here. And then 1140, you add it together, and you'll get your answer, which is $44.90. And he paid with a $60 bill. Okay, so you can figure out what that gives you. Okay, and you'll get the answer once you do that. All right, and so just finish what I didn't do. I don't think I did all of them. And so please, good luck.